at the breakthrough point of a multi-million room rollout that's going to start, has already started, and will reach its scale, like scale out, early next year with
Like
our very
2025,
first contract.
like 2025.
Early 25, everything that we're talking about is completely done, and we are in cookie cutter mode, one city after another. And we go from 10,000 to 20 to 30 to 50 to 100,000 next year, and the year after up to 500,000. So it ramps up incredibly quickly based on a model where the hotels don't have to pay for it. They earn money by installing and solve a lot of their problems in so doing. This is
Honestly, it sounds too good to be true. Like, um, how can you afford it? Where's the money coming from? The money has to come from somewhere else. I hope it's not coming from my pocket as a shareholder.
Well, ultimately, it always does come from the consumer's pocket. But the question is, who's paying for the tablets? It's
Right.
the advertisers trying to get that consumer's money, not the hotel and not the guest. It's the advertisers. This is an ad-based model. And if it's free, that means you're the customer, right? And it's that really comes down to it. So this is a free to hotel model, and monetization happens when you buy the products being advertised, hopefully one day. So I think it might be time for you to ask a few of those monetization
Yeah.
questions. And once again, I have some good slides to share that will help Terry
Yeah.
explain the monetization. I'll just bring one of those up and Terry can talk about where the money comes from.
This is the whole point that triggered me to actually really start to understand what you guys are doing. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, it makes tons of sense. At the
suddenly,
end,
exactly. So, the idea is we've got a billboard in the room that everybody sees and that 85% of the guests pick up every day. What an opportunity for advertising. And digital out of home is the billboard industry, Terry's industry. And then once it's in hand, it becomes a mobile device like your mobile phone. These are two gigantic advertising industries waiting for this platform, waiting for our customers. So we were able, once we hit scale, once we attracted a Hilton, we were able to attract somebody like Terry to get us strapped into the industry, which is something our competition are a million miles away from because they are nowhere near closing a Hilton or rolling out at scale. So maybe Terry, you can just take Cindy through the revenue model.
Thank you, Kevin. I think to really highlight just how disruptive this advertising platform is and how new it is, it seems very straightforward when you look at it, but there currently is absolutely no digital out-of-home media in the world anywhere that a consumer can pick up and then purchase something through. And so this is a brand new uh, platform for the advertiser to create valuable brand impressions while the consumer is staying in the room and they're putting ads on the screen, but then they can actually pick this screen up and buy the thing that was being advertised to them. And you can't do that with a billboard. You can't do that with a sign in a grocery store. You can't do that, with a bus stop ad. So this is very, very disruptive and is a brand new platform, which is why it's actually taken us so long and such a lot of programming work with Google and the other media exchanges that we've partnered with to be able to create this medium. And I think that's a tremendous barrier to entry for any consumer. So the first thing is when you look at these ads, you want to look at the value of the audience that is there. And these are 4- and 5-star hotel rooms. These are luxury hotels where the ultra high net worth, where the high net worth, where the business professionals staying is probably the most valuable audience in the world to target and the hardest to reach is that high net worth consumer, the person who's got lots and lots of discretionary income to spend. And the fact that they're in a hotel room means that they actually have to spend money. They didn't bring food with them. They only have what's in their suitcase. And so they're going to be wanting to spend on souvenirs. They must spend on food and beverage. They're going to want to remember their trip and get collectibles. There's 70 million hotel room nights a year spent with people going to sporting events. So they want to wear the team merchandise. They travel to visit and go to a game. They want to wear the team merchandise to the game. They want to wear the brand new Taylor Swift, t-shirt to the show that goes along with the show. And so all of these opportunities for monetization become available to us. The ads come on as the device wakes up with the alarm or at 7 in the morning. So you're seeing these ads start to appear right as soon as the consumer wakes up. It's the first thing they're going to see because that's the clock. That's the clock in the room. So the first thing they're going to see is the advertising platform that we've built, and it'll be the last thing they see at night. The device is on serving ads in the room from the time it wakes up till the time it goes to sleep. And the average consumer is in the room about 3.5 hours a day, 1.5 people per stay, 1.5 days on average in the United States is the duration of a hotel stay. And so we have about 5 hours of advertising that we are being able to monetize with consumers who are staying in hotel rooms. That's a tremendously valuable medium. Lots of impressions, lots of reach, because one hotel room is literally 36 people every month with all the stays and all the different occupancy rates that are there. So each device is reaching an entire community. You have a 1,000-room hotel that's 36 to 40,000 people every month, 500,000 people a year. That's more than a television show.
Oh
right?
my God.
That's more than a TV show. When we start rolling out at 10,000 rooms a month, which is the planned rollout, we're going to be adding 400,000 new consumers every month to our advertising medium that are stable, guaranteed viewability of these ads. So the ads are always on the screen. They're never below the fold. And versus, on your phone, when you're reading an article or reading a magazine or newspaper on your phone or scrolling social media, you're constantly scrolling. And so the ads are only on the screen for a limited period of time. That impacts the value of the advertising. It impacts the value to the advertiser and how much money the publisher can make. Our ads are viewable 100% of the time. So they're, for as long as the consumer's in the room, the ad is on the screen. And so we have a phenomenal media platform. We're looking at rolling out to tens to then hundreds of thousands to then millions of rooms. So this will become a massive advertising vehicle that will be very disruptive in the industry and something that I think is going to be an absolute home run for us.
Okay, so just let me recap if I heard correctly. What you're saying is that by early of 2025, once you guys roll this out, you will be able to add about 400,000 rich people's rich people who are willing
eyeballs, yeah, every month.
Who are willing to spend every month in one place at the same time, being targeted by the advertisers.
Yes,
Oh,
that's our plan, and so
Yeah,
that's right. It's a very exciting new medium.
Then what's the number now? Like how many how many rich people are you targeting at any given time now?
So we have 10,000, we have 8,000 installed now. By the end of the year, 13,000. So then another 5,000 in Q, they've already been ordered and they're on their way. So that'll be Q1. So up to we'll be up to 20,000 rooms by mid-January, February. And that's 20,000 times 30 a month.
Yeah, times 30. So you're looking at, 600
almost a million. It's almost a million people a month.
a month.
And the thing is, Cindy, when you see the rollout plan, what you're going to understand is the template that we're about to launch. It just reaches such scale so quickly. I wanted to add to this. There are two distinct types of ads on our system. Out of home, which is you're looking at the screensaver. That's a billboard that doesn't need to be clicked on.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's
ask.
a,
Yeah.
it's a lower value. Once the tablet is in hand, it becomes a different play where we're offering all kinds of things to keep you on the tablet longer because ads, a higher paying ad is sitting beside that free magazine we're giving you or the free music site or the free city guide. Those ads are even a higher value because those are clickable ads. And they're, it's like a mobile ad when you're on your phone. So those are some of the promotions. And then we have even more than that, we've got other promotions like the beverage industry is coming on. And we've got a hotel in Chicago now. When you get to your room, you get a free beverage. It's a sample. That industry spends a fortune, billions per year in providing samples to get people to try their drink. And we've got the Beverage Marketing Association, the association to the industry, promoting this to the industry. They're actively promoting it. And so, we're right now talking to Monster about launching their new Nasty Beast malt beverage drink. And just 1,000 room, I think it's 750, it's a multi-million-dollar contract with 3 tiny little hotels. So
So,
this also reaches vast scale quickly.
okay, can you put the slides back? So this is all good. But I want to talk about numbers. So you say the cheap paying advertisers, the minimum, the idle ads, how much are they paying you? Are they paying you right now?
Yes.
Okay, so you already got revenue. Okay, how much are they paying you?
Well, it's only started, we only strapped it in and got live this, like this week. When you were up, when we presented about a month ago, we were just getting it working and we were expecting it within a couple of weeks, which happened. But it's still going to, and what I said at the time on my investor call was it's going to take us at least 60 days from the startup point to get up to running speed. And Terry can give you the reason for that. But so the starting point is now, and running speed will be on the idle screen alone. Terry can give you
Are
the,
you sharing something or?
oh, I forgot to do the share, sorry.
Yeah. So the idle screen, we expect to earn between, $25 and $60 a month. But at a minimum, somewhere between $25 to $30 a month, but the potential is much greater for that. And that's where we include direct sales to advertisers, and we're actually beginning to have the demand for direct campaigns that are coming through us instead of coming through the programmatic media networks that we are part of. So those direct sales are where you really control the price. If we were to look at, for example, the elevator ads, those ads are charging between $12 and $15 a cost per 1,000 eyeballs that see the ad. And so we obviously have a much more valuable medium because we're directly in the hotel room. So the duration that a consumer is going to spend is far greater than the time spent in an elevator.
So just to
Second,
translate that out, sorry, Terry,
Yeah.
$3 CPM brings us to, and I was a bit more conservative, $15 to $25 a month per room.
yeah,
The elevator ads get 12.
yeah.
And we're more valuable than them. So we've been super conservative. Terry's team says we should be able to, just on the idle screens, even hit $50 a month per room, but we're not using those numbers.
Right. Being conservative. Yeah.
Keep them-
Yeah,
keep them
we're being
conservative.
super conservative because we
But-
want to make sure that there's
Yeah.
absolutely
Now,
no
I
missing targets.
should mention, these are ad exchanges. This is the Google Ad Network. You put it up, they bid on it. It's like opening a faucet, the ads come out. Direct sales to advertisers means our ad agency goes into Chanel and says, hey, I've got, 75 Waldorf hotels, 200 of these, and it's going to cost you $30 CPM, and that's cheap. This is our intro special. Now we're no longer at $3. We're at 10x because we've targeted. So direct sales, or now we're still only talking about the screensavers here. Direct sales can be way, way higher, and it's absolutely certain we will have lots of direct sales, and we've already got bids coming in right now for direct sales. And
Okay.
that's the screensaver. And then in addition to the screensaver, we have the tablet in hand ads, which should be, what was your estimate on that?
So we're looking at, probably a similar amount, to be very, very conservative of the interactive advertising was the same amount again, another 15 to 25 was what we were benchmarking. And we're deploying all kinds of strategies of content and partnerships to get you to spend more time with the tablet in your hands where we can earn those premium dollars. So bringing in e-commerce partners, bringing in the world's largest magazine promoter is a company called Zenio. It's Spotify for magazines. And so we'll have 3,000 magazines that you can read for free. The average magazine article is about 7 minutes long of reading time. Well, during that 7 minutes, we generate 56 impressions at earning probably $12 to $15 per 1,000 impressions. So every time spent reading one of the magazines, we're monetizing those eyeballs by selling advertising. We have a music streaming app that's coming in, and we're sort of expecting that it's the number one request from hotel guests is to have music streaming on our device. So we'll be playing ads the entire time the music is streaming. And so all of these things are going to add to the time spent on the device. And this is all over and above the original, idle screen revenue that we had talked about, because that's not going to change either. So it's just a tremendous amount of potential. And then finally, we have the monetization of selling things and to be able to earn affiliate commissions and a share of revenue of anything that's sold on the device. Hotel rooms don't have mini bars anymore. You have to order in. So ordering and purchasing tickets, purchasing merchandise like collectibles or branded sports merchandise or Taylor Swift's new Eras t-shirt before you go to the show. Food and beverage, personalized itineraries to help guide you through the city. And again, we're serving ads through the entire time the way Google Maps does. We're monetizing your journey through the city with your personalized itinerary. And so all of these capabilities are adding to our ability to provide added value to the guest, to give you an easier time to do all the things you want to do to maximize your stay, but earning revenue through every single engagement that you have with our tablet.
And it's important to note that it's not just on the tablet. The tablet is the first intro to the system because it's in the room pre-configured, and we've got Amy, our AI concierge, on to introduce you to it and attract you to explore. But the whole idea is to get people to buy a ticket, download a map, and then it jumps to your phone. And then when you're out in the city, you get the whole data set plus our artificial intelligence concierge. That's your companion, and it's all the same information mirrored when you're out in the city as you had on the tablet.
Including ads?
Everything. The whole platform makes the jump to your mobile, and then that becomes even more valuable because you use it the next time you travel to even plan your trip.
Wow. So you got them for life.
We got them for life. That's the idea. The idea is 1 million rooms, which is absolutely our first threshold goal in terms of where we think we can be in a very few years. That's like half a billion people a year using the concierge. That goes globally viral. It overwhelms any obstacles because we've got the traction of people using it in the rooms. That's the value of having the tablets. It's the communication infrastructure on which the digital platform rests. But it's the digital platform that is our product. And it's the download onto your own mobile that takes this up to being such a globally important platform and such an incredible investment for the incoming investor.
And
Okay.
half a billion users a year. That's more people than use TikTok monthly.
Uh, right, right. That's putting the perspective. That's
Yeah.
great. Okay, I want to go back to the numbers a little bit. So the basics, because sorry, I'm a shareholder. I want to talk about numbers. Show me the money. So the shareholder, sorry. So if you go back to the lowest tier of advertising people are willing to pay is what you said conservatively, what 15 to 30, 15 to 25?
It really comes to $15 for the screensaver ad, and that's half of what Terry projected. That's the lowest of the low end, $15, and
Yeah.
another $15 for in usage
Right,
advertising. So
right.
that makes $30
30. Yeah.
is the baseline.
Yeah.
That if we take their numbers up to the more optimistic side, it's over 100. And
Okay.
our cost base, if we
Mhm.
finance those tablets, is $5 a month.
Oh,
We give the hotels a few dollars and we're up to $10 a month on a $30 to $50 income. And that's just advertising. That doesn't count ticket sales, food sales, and all the other things that we can make money on. It'll be easy for us to mount up to $70, $80 a month, even if we're earning 40 or 50 from advertising. There's so many more other opportunities to sell things and to serve the guest once we have them on our platform.
okay. So let me recap. What you're saying is that your cost. Okay, so this is where the money is coming from. I'm not paying for it. No users, no end users are paying for it. It's really the advertising who's paying you, and then you're sharing that advertising revenue with the hotel,
That's
and
right.
plus financing the tablet and giving to the hotel. So that means, so what you're saying, and the cost of $5. Okay, so what you're saying that even considering the revenue share and considering the financing cost for the tablet, your cost base is just variable cost base per unit is just $10, whereas the revenue is about, as you said, 30 to 100.
Yes.
Okay, okay, so that's very clear.